So the question comes up, how do I choose the best nursing home abuse attorney or law firm if I have a potential case involving, generally, it's one of our loved ones? And that is a very important question. And it's asked always by potential clients when they contact our law firm. Just the other day, they asked one of our attorneys that question, and this is what the attorney responded. The first thing you want to do is ask how many nursing home abuse cases the law firm has handled, because most personal injury law firms handle close to zero, and that's not the number you want. Now, of course, they will probably not make a big deal about that. They might hear them kind of hemming and hawing and saying, well, yeah, we've handled a few. Well, you want to be more specific? And whatever they say, 2, 3, 6, say, can you discuss what kind of results you got? And that's where you really want to listen. So they go, oh, yeah, we did okay. Or they might say, the results are confidential, so we really can't discuss them. They might not be able to discuss the exact dollar amounts in confidential settlements, but they can still tell you about, what happened, the facts. They just can't give you names and identifying information. So if they just basically don't have much to tell you in that regard, keep looking. And so that's the first thing. You want experienced nursing home abuse attorneys. Now, we work together with the legal team, and our legal team has attorneys that, well, we had one case fairly recently that involved some really bad abuse. And so one of our nursing home abuse attorneys on our team said, what was the name of the nursing home? Oh, I've sued them 22 times. They know me really well. You get something like that, you've got the right legal team, especially because the results have consistently been favorable for the families. Now, sometimes people go, well, wait a second, if you're suing the same nursing home chain 22 times, what the heck is going on? Well, what the heck is going on, and our nursing home attorney counsel would be happy to tell you this, and we'd put you together and let you talk to them about it, is these chains are driven by one thing: profit. Most of the big ones are public corporations. And what do you think is the most important thing to a corporation like that? And I know you'd be shocked if the answer was dollars and cents, but I'm kind of being sarcastic. That is what's the most important to them. And so they actually set aside money to pay for deaths and abuse that's caused. And they say, hey, as long as we've got that covered, it's just an item on a balance sheet. It's not your mother. It's not your father that was abused. There's so many ways that this happens. I mean, speaking of COVID, this was one of the most shocking situations where a nurse who was COVID positive, and she just didn't use her protective equipment, let the mask go, and she went around bragging about this. Now, she herself didn't have serious symptoms, and we all know that that's possible, but in a nursing home, that's like I would almost use the word criminal, at least in anyway, it was horrible. And of course, several residents got COVID and died. And then one of the employees contacted me and said, Scott, what do I do? Because this nurse, had some contact with her, and this story is so incredible that, when I tell people, they don't believe it, but it's true. They had a staff meeting at this nursing home center, and the employees in the housekeeping department that had all been exposed to this nurse, they asked, well, should we get tested for the coronavirus? And believe it or not, here was the answer from their boss. Well, if you test positive, we're going to fire you. So you make your own decision, but probably you don't want to get tested. Can you believe that? In a nursing home where, I don't know. I'm thinking, well, maybe something crazy like back in Nazi Germany, but in the United States of America, state of Arizona, that's happening? Really? Yes. Okay? So you want to ask about the experience that the law firm has, but if they don't have some things like that they can share with you, they haven't been doing nursing home abuse lately. It's that simple. So make sure they're experienced, make sure that the results have been favorable. That's the most important thing. And then another thing that's important is, even though to the insurance company it's all about dollars and cents, that isn't what it's all about to you, and it isn't what it's all about to us. So I want to give you an example. We handled a case involving a resident who was in an electric wheelchair because he had cerebral palsy. And the nursing home never checked on him during the summer, and he was outside, and his electric wheelchair tipped over on the sidewalk, and he literally fried to death like an egg on the sidewalk. And when we found out, and then the nursing home covered it up to try to say, no, that never happened, he just died in bed, blah, blah. When the truth came out, we not only settled that for a substantial amount, but the surviving sister wanted to have a memorial to her brother. And so one of the things that the insurance company and the nursing home agreed to was to have a plaque right there at the entrance honoring the memory of her brother. And for anyone who had cerebral palsy, they agreed to purchase 5 units so they could be able to talk if they weren't able to talk themselves. And so that meant more to his sister than even the money we got. And so we're sensitive, and we're willing to ask for situations like that. Now other law firms go, no, it's kind of like, for them it's about insurance company. It's money, it's just money. No, it's not. So talk to a law firm and make sure they're experienced, and make sure that they realize, as they say, it's not just about the money when you lose your loved ones, not at all. So if it's a situation of nursing home abuse, call us. The call is free, the information's free. We'll share with you some other experiences, and we'll share from our hearts. And you can tell if we care about you, we care about what happened to your loved ones, and that will help you make the right decision. So the call is free, the information's free. Call us because we really do care about you and your loved one.